The Ukrainian pie consists at this point in time um, completely of foreign donations. There is no Ukrainian economy. Um, Ukraine is locked in a devastating conflict with Russia, which it is on track to lose decisively. Um, so I think this is little more than wishful posturing by uh, the German delegation, trying to create a sense of optimism for the future where none exists. So the competition I think consists of Germany and America looking at a empty pie tray, trying to scrape up crumbs that are no longer there. Of course, I believe that freedom is more important than peace. The American Revolution was predicated on the concept of freedom. We went to war against the British Empire to liberate ourselves from tyranny. We fought a civil war to free slaves from the tyranny of slavery. And of course, as Germany well knows, twice we sent American boys overseas to defeat Germany in large-scale ground combat in Europe. The first time, of course, we defeated Imperial Germany, and the second time, more recently, we defeated Nazi Germany. So I agree. Freedom is more important than peace. For a German to look at what's going on in Ukraine and call it freedom is disgusting. The man needs to read his history. The man needs to understand what tyranny is. He needs to understand what the scourge of Nazi ideology is. He should do the research on Stepan Bandera and the relationship between the Banderas and Ukrainian government and Germany before he ever again opens his mouth. The idea of comparing Wagner, which is a professional military force engaged in some of the hardest combat operations in modern history, with these mercenary groups who are known for their ability to kill Iraqi civilians, to run ramshot over Afghani civilians who wouldn't be able to sustain themselves in modern combat at all, is ludicrous. Wagner calls itself a private military contractor, but it's anything but. It is an organization created in 2014 to provide a vehicle for the provision of Russian military assistance to the citizens of the Donbass. Russia is constitutionally prohibited from providing soldiers on active service in the Russian military to serve in foreign lands without the permission of parliament. So Wagner was created as a sort of a means of covertly, even though it was overtly, providing this support. But let not anybody be mistaken. The fact that it's called a private military contractor disguises the reality. It is a professional military force. These are paid warriors who operate on behalf of the Russian government in support of Russian policy. And again, what they are doing in Bakhmut and what they have done earlier is some of the most intense professional combat that any military force has participated in modern history. It's a joke, an absolute joke indeed. It's insulting to raise the image of these pathetic Western mercenary groups and somehow say that these are the equivalent of Wagner. Think what you want of Wagner, but understand that they're better warriors than anything NATO has on their side. What I will say this about Mr. Prigozhin is, again, regardless of what you think of him, he has been unerringly honest in his appraisals. He has been critical of the Russian government where he deems it necessary to be critical. He has spoken highly of the combat proficiency of the Ukrainian soldiers that the Wagner group faces in Bakhmut. He's a man not prone to exaggeration. So I think the point he's trying to make is not that Wagner is on the verge of being defeated by the Ukrainian military. Far from it. Wagner is winning. But he's saying that even if Wagner was somehow defeated, the cost that's being paid by the Ukrainian military is prohibitive. It would be a Pyrrhic victory. And this is the case. He has straight up said that the Ukrainian army has been destroyed by Wagner in Bakhmut, that when this battle ends, there won't be a Ukrainian army worthy of the name. And this is reality. But I just would caution people not to focus on, the suggestion that Wagner could somehow be defeated. Prigozhin wasn't saying that. He threw out a hypothetical even if it was with the assistance of NATO, the price would be too high. But I think we should focus on the price that Ukraine's paying. The Ukrainian military has had its back broken in Bakhmut, and the force that broke their back was Wagner.